at this time, please rise, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the field for the national anthem, sung by Jaden Ankerson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, who brought stripes and bright stars through the billows once fought, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets that glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to a beautiful, humid afternoon here in Fremont, Nebraska. It's 82 degrees, gray skies, and baseball is back at Moeller Field as we get set for opening day between the Fremont Moo and the Salina Sliders. My name is Prescott Deckinger, and I'll be your voice of the Moo this summer, bringing you all the action across a 51-game journey over the next 2.5 months of summer collegiate. Tonight also marks the beginning of a brand new chapter, not just for these two clubs, but for baseball across the region, as both teams are members of the newly formed Diamond Baseball League. The DBL features 6 teams spread across 3 states, including 3 right here in Nebraska: the Hastings Sodbusters, Grand Island Fighting Cranes, and your very own Fremont Moo. The league also includes the Sedalia Steamers and Jefferson City Renegades out of Missouri, along with tonight's opponent, the Salina Sliders from Kansas. A new league, a new season, and a fresh summer of baseball all begins tonight here in Fremont, where the Moo and Sliders inaugural season. It was founded by 3 crucial members: Bill Davidson, Matt Perry, and Ralph Nelson. And I'll give you a little bit more information about that as we are underway. First pitch is right now. On the mound is Wyatt Henry. His first pitch is a good one, right down the middle for strike 1. Good off-speed pitch from Henry, and he starts off fast. 0-2 count. And the batter for the Salina Sliders is number 22, Preston Giles. And home plate umpire Joshua Adams says that one hit Preston Giles. He'll head to first, and after 2 straight strikes, the first base runner for the Sliders, as Henry hits the batter. Second man up for the Sliders is Caden Tuck, the left fielder. Too far outside for Henry. And it's a 1-0 count. Henry looks over at Giles at first base, picks off, but Giles is quick enough and he gets back to the bag. So Henry will reset. Tuck looks at the second pitch, that one outside once again. 2-0 count. Hitters count for Tuck. Two strikes, a hit by pitch, and 2 balls so far for the starting pitcher for the Moo. Double play opportunity, and a 4-6-3 double play for the Moo. Ripken Fleck flipped it over to Dominic Palma. And a good dig at first base for Burke Yassa. And 2 outs in the top of the first. That was a hard hit ball to the right side of the infield. Ripken Fleck easily handled it, flipped it over to his infield partner, and that one is foul. That was Jake Irving, the 3-hole hitter for the Sliders. Just foul. Maybe a baseball 2 away from being fair down the third base line. The count is 0-1. Irving will step back into the batter's box. Here's the delivery, and Henry misses low and outside, 1-1. Top of the first, 2 outs. Henry delivers again, and this one again, Irving is behind it. Another foul ball down the third base line. A right versus lefty matchup. Here's the 1-2 from Henry. It's a breaking ball. Irving is able to get contact, but it's a nice, easy play for Dominic Palma on the left side of the infield. He throws over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Wyatt Henry.
Fremont and Dodge County, Nebraska, where your next outdoor adventure is at your fingertips. Whether you're from out of state or local, we'll make you feel right at home. We have everything from airport tours on the Platte River to shopping in downtown Fremont. One of the most charming downtown.
Families share a lot. Stories, traditions, even health risks like cancer. Genetic testing helps you understand your risk so you can take action early. It's not a diagnosis, it's a roadmap that can guide personalized screening and catch cancer earlier when it's most treatable. When you learn your risk, your family can learn theirs too. Pass it on. Learn more about the Hereditary Cancer Risk Program at Methodist Fremont Health. Call 402-727-3580.
And welcome back to Mueller Field here in Fremont, Nebraska. Top of the first inning is in the books as Wyatt Henry, his first 2 throws were right down the middle, 2 strikes, then hit his first batter. Ended up getting the next batter to ground into a double play, and then got a ground out from Jake Irving, the shortstop for the Sliders, to end the inning, a 6-3 1-out play. And now the teams will flip sides. For the Salina defense, at catcher, number 19, Brooks Richardson. First base, number 12, Diego Cancel. Second base, number 17, Brody Jones. Third base, number 14, Mason Piper. At shortstop, number 11, Jake Irving. In left field, number 5, Caden Tuck. In center field, number 22, Preston Giles. And rounding it out in right field is number 15, Spencer Goldston. And starting on the mound tonight for the Salina Sliders is Leo Albornoz. And starting off for the Fremont Moo, it'll be Ripken Fleck in the 1-hole.
Moo is the second baseman, number 1, Ripken Fleck.
Fleck had a good first opening inning on defense, was able to collect a double play ball that was grounded to him at second base, flipped it to his partner at shortstop in Dominic Palma, and they got a 4-6-3 double play to start off the top of that first inning. First pitch from Albornoz. Hard contact, and Ripken Fleck sees the first pitch, has a crack at the bat, and he's on first. One pitch, 1 hit for the Moo.
Third baseman, number 2, Eamon O'Gorman.
As Eamon O'Gorman will come to the plate. The number 2-hole hitter and also a lefty. Here's the pitch from Albornoz. Too far outside. Good location. Joshua Adams says ball 1 though. 1-0 for O'Gorman with Fleck at first base. Albornoz picks off. Fleck is able to dive back in time.
you're good. I just couldn't tell if you could hear me because I knew you were having issues.
This one is a double play opportunity as well, and first baseman was not able to collect it into his glove. That was Diego Cancel, but they get the runner trying to advance to second, so Fleck will head back to the dugout as Eamon O'Gorman will ground into a fielder's choice.
Number 12,
Made it to first base.
Malatesta.
And that was an errant throw by number 11, Jake Irvin, for the sliders. A little bit too far and low for the first baseman, Diego Cancel, to control into his glove.
As soon as they start walking out there, if you want, you can start playing it and then announce it.
And Albornoz will throw back again. Nearly got O'Gorman. Had a good leadoff. And he's picked off twice to first base, keeping those runners honest.
This was your first time in, they're going to walk in past that to the plate, so you just kind of have to do it how they do it.
Strike one to Giovanni Malatesta, number 12 in the center fielder for the Moo. Malatesta looking to get the second hit for Fremont. This one is another ground ball to the right side of the infield, another double play opportunity. And again, the sliders are not able to capitalize on that. As again, a runner does not advance to second, but another fielder's choice as Giovanni Malatesta reaches first base. So a single and two fielders' choices has rotated the first four batters here for the Fremont Moo. Now up to the plate is the DH, Liam Sullivan, number 3. Albornoz picks off again. Seems to be his MO so far. Takes one pitch to the plate and then throws back over to first. Malatesta at first base. Sullivan at home plate. That pitch too low. Here's the 1-1. Low and inside is the call. 2 balls, 1 strike for Albornoz. The Moo have been able to get good contact on the ball, just haven't been able to get it out of the infield, except for the single for Ripken Fleck. And a hit batter for the Moo, and now a hit batter for the Sliders as Albornoz hits Sullivan in the right calf. Runner in scoring position for Fremont as the number 5 hole hitter Braden Mitchell will come into the batter's box.
Left fielder, number 4, Braden Mitchell.
2 outs, 2 runners on the base path. Braden Mitchell up at the plate, takes a hack at the first pitch, fouls it off into the parking lot. Oh and 1 for Albornoz. Sullivan on first, Malatesta on second. In the dirt for pitch number 2, and it's 1-1. Moo batters have been aggressive so far, taking hacks at most of the pitches from Albornoz. This one in the dirt again. Well done by Brooks Richardson to stay in front of it. Block it with his armor behind the plate. Two and 1 for Liam Sullivan. Moo looking for their first run of the year. And that one is in the strike zone. 2 and 2 is the count now. Let's see how Mitchell at the plate. And Mitchell takes a look at ball 3, some high heat, full count. A base hit into any part of the outfield would most likely get in Giovanni Malatesta. He has some wheels on him at second base. Both runners go, and that is a strikeout. Joshua Adams rings up Braden Mitchell for the last out in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring us to the second inning. We'll go to a short commercial break.
We want to say thank you very much to all of the Moo sponsors that are a part of our broadcast right here on Mixler, as well as BSDN Live and moo.com. I want to say thank you to sponsors like Cane's, proud partners, as well as Methodist Fremont Health. 94.7 FM Blair Radio, BSDN Live, wahooradio.com, Saunders County Online, also including Eastgate Sports. Esports camps coming up starting the 13th of June for middle school, 27th of June for high school. Find more at blairradio.com. We also want to say thank you to Tommy's Express, Fremont Electric, Indra, Tree Care, and Buffalo Wild Wings. Get your wings on. That's great sponsors, bring you great baseball right here for the Fremont Moo.
And we are back to start the top of the second inning. First game here in the Diamond Baseball League for the Fremont Moo and the Salina Sliders. Fremont back out on defense after a 1-2-3 first inning. Wyatt Henry still on the mound for the Moo. First two pitches were strikes, like I said, then hit his batter. But he was able to get out of it with a double play and then a ground out to shortstop. And Brody Jones, number 17, will come to the plate for the Salina Sliders. Henry will continue his second inning. Jones looked like he wanted to put down a bunt. First pitch is a strike. This one is whacked down the right sideline. Foul ball. Excuse me, right foul line, not sideline. Here's the delivery. It's a good breaking ball, and that's strike two. Another at bat where Henry starts out ahead. And good hitting here from Brody Jones. Had to reach out with his bat into the other batter's box to make sure he could make contact and foul that off. Still 2 strikes in the count. This one is finally put into play, but caught by the third baseman, Eamon O'Gorman. And a line drive is snagged by number 12 for the Moo. One out here in the top of the second. No runs scored yet, still a 0-0 affair here at Moeller Field. This one is cracked into left field, and that gets past Eamon O'Gorman and Dominic Palma. And the first base hit for the Salina Sliders belongs to Brooks Richardson. First pitch, first swing, and first hit.
First baseman, number 12, Diego Cancel.
And Diego Cancel comes to the plate. The left-hander from Puerto Rico takes a hack at the first pitch he sees, and it's 0-1. 6-hole hitter for the Sliders. Brooks Richardson at first base as Henry picks off, keeping him honest over there on the base path. No team has attempted a steal quite yet. Henry quick pitches to the plate, and it's just outside. He misses. 1-1 for Cancel, the first baseman. Henry delivers again. This one is low and outside. First time he's been behind in the count tonight. He's done a good job of staying true to the strike zone. Henry looks back toward Richardson on first. Comes to the plate, and it's 3-1. A hitter's count for Diego Cancel. Sliders looking for their second hit, looking to get a runner in scoring position. Another swing and a miss from Cancel. Same location as the first strike on the first pitch. And a full count for Diego Cancel. Richardson still at first, looking to advance. He goes on the pitch. Cancel hits this one into shallow center, and it is taken care of by Dominic Palma. Center fielder Giovanni Malatesta was coming in on it, but instead Dominic Palma takes care of that one. 2 outs in the inning as Diego Cancel will pop out to shallow center field. 7-hole hitter Mason Piper now in the box, another left-handed hitter. This one is put into play. And what a nice play by second baseman Ripken Fleck. He had to race all the way over to the right and sling it across his body over the field to Burke Yassa at first. And that's how the top of the second inning ends. Still no runs on the scoreboard as we head to the bottom of the second. We'll go to another short commercial break.
Cancer. Genetic testing helps you understand your risk so you can take action early. It's not a diagnosis, it's a roadmap that can guide personalized screening and catch cancer earlier when it's most treatable. When you learn your risk, your family can learn theirs too. Pass it on. Learn more about the Hereditary Cancer Risk Program at Methodist Fremont Health. Call 402-727-3580.
We also want to say thank you to Canes, supporting communities. Raising Canes supports over 30,000 local organizations, including the Fremont Moo. They invite you to be a part of it and get in touch with them to help support your community. Let's get back to the Fremont Moo.
Welcome back to Moeller Field. We are in the bottom of the second inning. Still a scoreless affair here between the Fremont Moo and the Salina Sliders. Both teams still looking to bring a run to the plate. Leo Albornoz will stay on the mound after facing 5 batters, striking out 1 and giving up 1 single. To lead off this inning is the 6-hole hitter, Burke Yassa, who plays first base and had a nice dig over there from a low throw from Dominic Palma to get a double play in the top of the first. Done a good job on defense. Let's see what he can do on offense. Left-handed batter. Here's the delivery from Albornoz. It's an off-speed. A swing and a miss for Yassa. 0-1 is the count. That one too far inside. 1-1 for the first baseman from Thornton, Colorado. Yassa swings and misses again. Now a pitcher's count for Albornoz, looking for his second strikeout. Got Mitchell to strike out looking to end the first. And that breaking ball breaks too low. Richardson has done a good job behind the plate. 2-2 is the count. Too far outside and another full count. Yassa has had a good eye. 2 balls that have been in the strike zone he's swung at. Has not made contact yet so far. And strike 3. Down goes Burke Yassa. Second strikeout for Leo Albornoz. 2 straight for the pitcher. And now up to the plate is Dominic Palma, the shortstop and 7-hole hitter for the Moo.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just trying to figure out. Sorry. Yeah, just like multitasking.
A 1-1 count. for the redshirt senior from Crave Creek, Arizona, one of the only seniors on this roster. He's going to have to take that veteran leadership and veteran mindset for a lot of these young players on the Moo. Most of them are freshmen or sophomores heading in to their first or second years on their respective universities or colleges. Palma, like I said, hails from Arizona and currently attends Missouri Baptist University. Led his team in steals with 20 on the year. So if he gets on the base path, look out for him to swipe a bag or two. Here's the 2-2 from Albornoz. And another strike three call from Joshua Adams. He rings them up. 3 straight strikeouts for Leo Albornoz. And he is cooking right now on the mound.
Right fielder, number 18, Tyler Schroeder.
Let's see if Tyler Schroeder, the right fielder from Stillwater, Minnesota, can change things up. 3 straight Ks from the man on the mound. He hails from Tallahassee, Florida, goes to Lake College. First one is out of the zone. And another left-handed hitter for the Moo. 1-0 pitch. That one is in the zone, and it's 1-1. Schroeder trying to get on the base path. Albornoz has been able to shut down the Moo after an early single. This one straight up the middle of the infield, and it's collected by Diego Cancel. A 6-3, 1-out ground out, and Schroeder will head back to the dugout, and we will head to the top of the third inning. We'll head to another short commercial break.
Everyone is welcome, so come on down if you haven't already.
We want to say thank you to our broadcast partners, including Buffalo Wild Wings. Go for the apps and stay for the wings. Be able to enjoy the apps, bottomless apps, as you go, and you can find the Buffalo Wild Wings anywhere in the world. So enjoy that there. We also want to say thank you to sponsors like 94.7 Blair Radio, BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, WahooRadio.com, 99.3 FM, as they also bring you Eastgate Sports, esports camps coming up for middle school and high schoolers starting June 13th. As you can find more details and be able to be a part of that, have your youth be able to take advantage of the opportunities that esports brings. Find details at BlairRadio.com.
And welcome back to Fremont, Nebraska. The Fremont Moo and Salina Sliders have 2 innings in the books here. It is a 0-0 match so far. 1 hit for each team. 3 strikeouts for Leo Albornoz. For the Salina Sliders, he has had a great start to this game on the mound. Allowed his first hit to lead off to Ripken Flex. Since then, he has been stellar. And Wyatt Henry hasn't been too shabby himself.
Right fielder, number 15, Spencer Goldston.
As Spencer Goldston, the 8-hole hitter, will come in to the right-handed batter's box and will lead off for the Salina Sliders. Henry has done a good job of getting ahead in the count, evidenced right there with the swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 0-1 for Spencer Goldston, right fielder from Fort Scott, Kansas. About a 4-hour drive from here. That pitch low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike for number 15. Wyatt Henry will deal, and another swing and a miss. So far, those off-speed pitches have gotten those slider batters a little off key. 1-2, and a pitcher's count. Henry goes quick, delivers, and that's strike 3. That's his first strikeout of the game. And Joshua Adams will ring up Spencer Goldston as he heads back to the dugout.
Designated hitter, number 9, Teichi Kaino.
Some nice pitching here from both teams. Top of the third inning, 1 out, no score. And now coming to the plate, Taichi Kaino. Hails from Saga, Japan, a long way away from here. But this guy really loves to play baseball. Attends San Joaquin Delta College. 1-1 count for Wyatt Henry. as we've got a full rotation for the Salina Sliders in their batting lineup. Currently at the 9-hole hitter, Teichi Ka'aino. He's the DH for this team. Another left-handed hitter for the opposing team. As Keano steps out of the box. We're back in. He puts this one into play. Ripken Fleck almost gets that play to go. To H.E. Ka'aino racing over to second base after the errant throw by Ripken Fleck. To end the top of the first, he had a good play, racing to his right and then throwing across his body. That time he leapt in the air and wasn't able to get much behind that. So Ka'aino reaches on an air. He's in scoring position. 1 out. And Ka'aino looking to come home. And that brings us back to the top of the lineup. Number 22, Preston Giles, was hit by a pitch his first time up to the plate. It was an 0-2 count. And he was given a bit of a blessing as Wyatt Henry hit him in the backside. First pitch is a called strike. Henry so consistent so far. This one is fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. Still on the top of the third inning, and the Fremont Moo and Salina Sliders are still knotted up at 0 apiece. First time the Sliders have had a base runner in scoring position. The Moo had runners on first and second in the bottom of the first, weren't able to bring them home. Henry will throw back to second. Nobody covering, so he'll just nonchalantly throw the ball over to Ripken Fleck. Henry looking for his second K of the game. Just outside. No, that is a called strike 3 from up here. That looked like it was out of the strike zone. Instead, Joshua Adams rings him up. And it's the second strikeout for Wyatt Henry. Giles will head back to the dugout. 2 outs, runner on second. Teichi Ka'aino reached on a throwing error from Ripken Fleck, headed over to second base. Now it's the number 2-hole hitter Caden Tuck in the left-handed batter's box. Grounded into a double play his first time up. The Sliders batters have been able to put the ball in play, just haven't been able to get him past the Moo infield. And ditto goes for the Moo when they're at bat. Teichi stumbles as he was trying to go over to third, and a throw down from Easton Leahy is too late. Ka'aino able to get back, swiping off the dirt from his pants. And the umpire will call time. As he gets a few balls to put in his pouch on the side of his belt. Still 2 outs in the top of the third inning here at Fremont Field. It's been a pitching duel between Wyatt Henry and Leo Albornoz. Henry with 2 Ks, Albornoz with 3. It's a 1-0 for Caden Tuck. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Ka'aino does have some speed on the base path. He's gotten decent leads over at second base. If this one gets through, he's most likely coming home. And strike 3. Down goes Caden Tuck. And a 3-strikeout inning for Wyatt Henry will end the top of the third. Still a scoreless game here at Moeller Field. We'll head to another quick commercial break.
We also want to say thank you to sponsors like the Fremont Family YMCA, where care meets achievements in childcare. Also, aquatics. The Dillon Family Aquatics Center is available. Youth sports programs all summer long. You can check it out by going to the Fremont Family YMCA. We also want to say thank you to sponsors like S2 Refuse and Recycle, as they're out there to help make sure the world stays clean. That's S2 Refuse and Recycling.
And we are back here at Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska for the start of the bottom of the third inning. Still 0-0 here as Leo Albornoz and Wyatt Henry have gone back and forth. Both of them have 3 ring-ups, have sent some batters back to their dugouts, either swinging or looking on strike 3. And Albornoz will continue. He'll face the number 9 hole hitter to lead off this inning in Easton Leahy, the catcher for the Fremont Moo. Both pitchers have done a good job of getting ahead of their batters. A few 3-2 counts, but no walks yet. Just a few errant pitches that have hit batters. Only 1 walk for both slingers, both right-handers. And Easton Leahy will come to the plate. A freshman from Omaha, Nebraska, currently attends Wayne State College. This is his first at-bat of the year. First pitch from Albornoz is too high. 1-0 for the 9-hole hitter, rounding things out here for the Moo. And in the bottom of the second, Albornoz was able to take care of business. 2 strikeouts and a groundout. And this one is hit straight back to Albornoz. A soft line out right back to the pitcher. And Easton Leahy will head back to the dugout. 1 down, but back to the top of the lineup for the Moo. And that was a good pitch location from Albornoz. Jammed Easton Leahy on the inside corner. That's why it was a soft liner right back to Albornoz. And Ripken Fleck, who saw 1 pitch, took a swing at it and got a single on the right side of the infield. Takes a swing in his second at bat as we're back to the top of the order. He's 1 for 1 on the night. This one is cranked foul down the left field line and out of play. 2 swings, 2 foul balls. Hopefully the next crack of the bat he'll put one in play. Bottom of the third, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on the base path for the Moo. This one is fouled off yet again. And there's a reason Fleck is in the first hole hitter. Very aggressive. The only batter to reach the base path on a hit so far for Fremont. Another 0-2. This one is skied high into about the 80-degree weather of this nice Fremont home. And it is easily taken care of by the shortstop, Jake Irving, for the second out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 2, Eamon O'Gorman.
So a line out and a fly out are the first 2 batters of the bottom of the third. Now coming up is Eamon O'Gorman. Grounded into a fielder's choice, but was able to reach first base. First pitch, first swing, Albornoz going over to first base, and it's an errant throw by Diego Cancel. He was able to deposit it into his glove, but the throw to first base was behind. Albornoz did a good job to shift over, and O'Gorman will reach on an error, and the first base runner of the bottom of the third for the Moo.
Center fielder, number 12, Gio Malatesta.
And now back up to the plate for Fremont is Giovanni Malatesta, the 3-hole hitter. Also grounded into a fielder's choice. Takes a first pitch ball. Again, if you're just joining us, we're in the bottom of the third inning here at Moeller Field. Fremont Moo 0, Salina Sliders 0. 2 outs, 1-0 count. Albornoz picks off to first. O'Gorman slides in safe. Reached on an air to the first baseman. Another 1-0. And that one hits another batter. That's the second time Albornoz has struck someone trying to reach the base path. Malatesta wears it on his backside and he heads to first base.
Designated hitter, number 3, Liam Sullivan.
Sullivan, the left-handed hitter, 2 ducks on the pond for Fremont. Was hit by a pitch his first time up to the plate. Richardson has done an impeccable job of keeping any errant pitches from running back to the backstop. Guarding the castle back there behind home plate. 2 runners on the base path, 1-0 count. Swung on and just over the head of Braden Mitchell, who was in the batter's spot. O'Gorman and Malatesta on first and second. This one is lined into left field. Malatesta is getting the go-ahead. Here he comes to home plate, and that is the first run of this season for the Fremont Moo. It is an RBI single for Liam Sullivan as he lines that one between the gap of third and second, and the Moo strike first.
Left fielder, number 4, Braden Mitchell.
So 1-0 in favor of Fremont. Runners still on first and second. That one nearly hits Braden Mitchell, the 5-hole hitter. Left fielder for the Moo. Right-handed batter's box. Albornoz has ran into some trouble here after a dominant bottom of the second inning. That one outside as well. And Brooks Richardson will call time. Will go out and talk to his pitcher. Struggling to find this zone and this at bat. And it's been a 2-out rally here for Fremont. It was a line out from Easton Leahy to begin the inning. Ripken Fleck then flew out to shallow infield. And then Eamon O'Gorman was able to reach first base on an error from Diego Cancel. Malatesta was hit by a pitch, and then that brought up Liam Sullivan for the first RBI of the season. Smoked one into left field between Mason Piper and Jake Irvin. And Mitchell will have a hitter's count at 2-0. Sullivan at first, Malatesta at second. This one is fouled off. And that was a good time call from Brooks Richardson behind the plate. Slow things down for Albornoz, who's looking for his 4th strikeout of the night. 1-0 Fremont lead. 2-1. Some high cheese is swung on by Braden Mitchell, and now it's 2-2. A base hit would most likely bring in the second run for Fremont. That one below the knees of Mitchell, and it's another full count. A chance to load the bases or bring another runner home. Or a chance for Albornoz to head back to the dugout and escape with only a 1-run damage. Runners go. Here's the pitch. It's out and away. And the bases will be jacked for Fremont as Burke Yassa will come into the batter's box. A righty on lefty matchup.
Now batting, first baseman, number 29, Burke Yassa.
And a good eye from Braden Mitchell. The count started 2-0, then 2-2, and then a 6-pitch walk. Albornoz comes to the plate. That one is low and inside. 1-0 for Burke Yassa. His first time up to the plate, he struck out swinging. Didn't seem like he had his timing right just yet. Let's see if he's corrected that. Swing and a miss at some more high cheddar. Yassa plays first base. Currently attends Southeast Community College. Swings on this one, first time making contact tonight. That's got to give him some encouragement. 1-2 for the 6-hole hitter for the Fremont Moo. Bases are jacked. Fremont leads 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Umpire calls for time. Collecting a few more balls to put in his pouch. It is a dirt field here at Moeller. Players were maintaining the field about 30 minutes before the first pitch. It is a beautiful stadium here on a beautiful night. And Yasa will go down swinging yet again. And the fourth ring up for Leo Albornoz. That is the first third of this game. We'll head to another short commercial break, the start of the fourth, when we come back.
Diagnosis, it's a roadmap that can guide personalized screening and cancer earlier when it's most treatable. When you learn your risk, your family can learn theirs too. Pass it on. Learn more about the Hereditary Cancer Risk Program at Methodist Fremont Health. Call 402-727-3580.
And we are back here at Mueller Field in Fremont, Nebraska. Fremont Moo get on the board in the bottom of that third inning, a 2-out rally. And an RBI single from the 4-hole hitter Liam Sullivan. He's doing his job as the designated hitter. Brings home Eamon O'Gorman for the first run of the year. And after the first 3 innings, your Fremont Moo lead 1-0. We'll start the top of the fourth with Jake Irving at the plate. First time he was in the left-handed batter's box, he had a ground out to the shortstop. Swings on this one, it's a liner right back up the middle, and that's the second hit for the Salina Sliders. First pitch, first swing, and the second hit for the away team.
Second baseman, number 17, Brody Jones.
Brody Jones now up to the plate. Base runner on first, nobody out for the Sliders. And Jones will foul this one off. Lined out to the third baseman, Eamon O'Gorman. It was a nice snag over there on the left side of the infield. Had hard contact. Jones will take a look at ball one. 1-1 count. Henry will take a peek over at first base, throw over. Runner is safe. Now he focuses on the plate. This one is popped up in fair play, and Burke Yasa nearly falls over the right field fence trying to collect that into his glove, just too far out of reach. But a 1-2 count for Henry. Just the second hit he's given up tonight in 3 innings of work so far. Henry comes to the plate again. This one is back up the middle. Off his right hand, he tried to snag that barehanded. And possibly a double play opportunity if he would have let that one run by. Instead, it's runners on the base path. And a good situation here for the Sliders. Jones on first, Irving on second after a single and error, as Brooks Richardson, who singled in his first time up to the plate, comes into the batter's box, looking to put the Sliders on the board. A bunt attempt, flies way back into the backstop. 1-0 count, still no outs. Top of the fourth. Fremont Moo lead 1-0 here at Mueller Field on a humid Nebraska afternoon. Richardson looking to go 2-2. He does put down a bunt this time, and it's a good one down the third base line. Eamon O'Gorman is able to successfully get the runner out, but a nice call by the first-year head coach Matt Elliott to put down a bunt, and Richardson does his job. O'Gorman, good heads-up play. First out of the inning, but runners on second and third, 2 in scoring position as Diego Cancel comes to the plate. Cancel will swing, and that's a tipped strike into the glove of Easton Leahy. First time Diego Cancel came up to the plate, popped up to shallow infield to Dominic Palma. Trying to bring in 2 runners with a base hit here and give Salina the lead. Swings at a pitch, I believe a slider from Wyatt Henry. I think it ended up hitting him in the stomach, but once that bat goes around the plate, it's a strike. 0-2 count. Cancel looking to go 1 for 2 on the night. And this one is put into play. Henry comes home. Here's the tag, and they got him. And a soft foul ball was hit right back to Henry. Jake Irving tried to come home. Instead, he is tagged out by Easton Leahy. And a nice play by Wyatt Henry to keep Salina off the board. 2 outs now, runners on the corners for the Sliders, as Mason Piper will come to the plate. Cancel on first after a fielder's choice. Jones on third. This one is skied high. I think it's going to go out of play down the left field line, and it is. Some aggressive base running from the Sliders. Jake Irving's dash to home plate ended with a tag out. And instead of this game being tied up, it's 2 outs in the top of the 4th. 0-1 count. And Moo still have their lead. 1-1 now to Piper, who grounded out in the top of the 2nd inning. Cancel on first. Jones on third. 1-1 pitch is fouled off into the left backstop. And another 2-strike count for Henry. He's trying to match Albornoz, the opposing pitcher for the Sliders, with the strikeouts tonight. He has 3, Albornoz has 4. Let's see if he can ring them up. Some danger on the base path. This one is hit deep into right center field, but it is easily taken care of by Giovanni Malatesta for the 3rd out in the top of the 4th. And the Sliders strand 2 base runners, and some great defense from the Fremont Moo. A tag applied by Easton Leahy to Jake Irving to keep this lead for the Moo. And we'll head to another commercial break as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Hey, Prescott, just a quick question for you.
Yeah.
When was the last time that you've been to Buffalo Wild Wings?
Probably about 2 years ago. It's been a
About
while
2
since
years
I've been.
ago. Okay, well, they're fantastic sponsors of the Fremont Moo. And did you know that they have bottomless apps from $9.99?
I did not, but that sounds pretty delicious.
Up to 4 individuals, and then they start charging a little extra. But
Okay.
bottomless apps, which include let's see, what are some of the apps? You can order more, share more, mozzarella sticks, fried pickles, queso with chips and salsa, onion rings. Again, mix and match, and you can go. Find a Buffalo Wild Wings near you by going to buffalowildwings.com.
That sounds pretty good, Kelly. I might have to go there after the game. So
Exactly. It's a fantastic deal. And again, thank you to Buffalo Wild Wings for being great sponsors of the Fremont Moo, and thank you for going ahead and watching and listening right here, whether it's through Mixlr or through YouTube. But we would love to have you come and enjoy the game. You can find a full schedule as well as buy your tickets by going to fremontmoo.com.
And a new pitcher on the mound for the Sliders. I believe it is number 44, Preston Sander.
Remember, kids, we will be doing a sprinkler run at the end of this inning, so be ready.
Bottom of the 4th inning here at Moeller Field. Fremont was able to get a run in the bottom of the 3rd. They're hanging on to a 1-0 run lead, as Dominic Palma will come to the plate. Leading off again,
Dominic Palma.
as Preston Sander is now up on the mound for the away team. His first pitch is in the zone, and a called strike 1 for Joshua Adams behind home plate. And first base umpire, there's just 2 tonight on the field, is Vince Vigneri. 2 umpires tonight. Appreciate their time calling this game. That one too far inside, 1-1 for Dominic Palma. First time he came to the plate, struck out swinging. Facing a new pitcher in the bottom of the fourth. And another pitch too far inside. Oop. Excuse me there, had a little bit of difficulty. My apologies. 3-1 count now for Dominic Palma. Preston Sander facing his first batter. This one is hit into left center field. Coming in on it is Preston Giles, and he makes the grab. And on a hitter's count, Dominic Palma will fly out to center field.
Now batting, right fielder, number 18, Tyler Schroeder.
Tyler Schroeder will come to the plate. 1 out and nobody on. Preston Sander puts away his first batter. And first called strike. 0-1 for Tyler Schroeder. First time he came to the plate, it was a ground out, so he's 0 for 1 on this early night. Strike number 2 to the 8-hole hitter. Schroeder plays right field, is from Stillwater, Minnesota. Currently attends Northwestern College, going into his junior year, but currently a sophomore as of this summer. Swings on one. This is another one popped up to center field, and Preston Giles will collect that into his mitt. He's been busy out there this inning so far. 2 batters, 2 pop-ups to center field.
Now batting, the catcher, number 11, Easton Leahy.
And Fremont has batted all the way around. Back to Easton Leahy, lined out to the pitcher in his last time up bat. And this might be the 3rd consecutive catch in center field for Preston Giles. No, his left field partner, Caden Tuck, takes it from him. So a 1-2-3 inning for Preston Sanders. Comes in for relief of Leo Albornoz. Does a good job to sit down the first 3 batters he faces. And we will head to the top of the 5th inning. We'll go to another short commercial break.
Again, we want to say thank you to all the sponsors, part of the Fremont Moo, bringing you the broadcast as well as a great time right here. It is School's Out night right here as school just wrapped up, and we see the kids running out in the field. A lot of games, a lot of activities that you can be a part of by coming here. And it's all because we have great sponsors, including Raising Cane's, Methodist Fremont Health, 94.7 Blair Radio, BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, WahooRadio.com, and Eastgate Sports. I want to say thank you also to the Fremont Family YMCA, S2 Refuse Recycling, Tommy's Express, Fremont Electric, Indra Tree Care and Outdoor Supplies, and Buffalo Wild Wings, as long as with La Hacienda. Again, great sponsors bring you great baseball right here at Fremont Moo at Mueller Field.
And we are back. Thank you for listening in, ladies and gentlemen. We are just about ready to start the top of the 5th inning.
Now pitching for the Fremont Moo is 21, Chase Nelson.
And a new pitcher on the mound for Fremont, number 21, Chase Nelson. Nelson is from Lincoln, Nebraska, plays for St. Thomas University, did not appear in the 2025-2026 season. So a good chance for him to hone his skills here on the pitcher's mound. 6'2", 180 pounds, a sophomore and a right-handed pitcher. And 4 great innings, 4 scoreless innings from Wyatt Henry. Struck out 3 batters, 1 walk, and did not allow any runners to come home. There was some danger in the 3rd inning, but Henry was able to throw home a short grounder, able to tag out the base runner coming in 90 feet from third base. Kept this game scoreless. And Nelson will begin his time on the mound. with nobody on the base path.
Right fielder, number 15, Spencer Goldston.
As the 8-hole hitter, number 15, Spencer Goldston, will begin things off here for the Sliders. First pitch from Nelson, straight down the middle, a big swing and a miss from Goldston. 0-1 count for the man from Fort Scott, Kansas. Another swing and a miss. Goldston was behind on that one. Getting used to a new pitcher isn't the most easy thing to do. 2 strikes, no balls. And swing and a miss. 1 batter up, 1 batter down, and the first K for Chase Nelson. 3 pitches in the zone. The last one was some high cheese. Gets him to go down. And that is Goldston's second strikeout of the night, as Tai-Chi Kaino will come back to the plate. Left-handed hitter swings. This one is fouled back left into the parking lot. Tai-Chi Kaino reached on an air. And last time he was up to the plate, put a ball in play. Low and inside for ball 1. Nelson worked his first batter, Goldston, into a 3-pitch K. Tai-Chi Kaino rounding out this Salina batting lineup. Designated hitter tonight. 2-1 count. Another pitch low and inside. And Kaino has the green light. Swing and lined into shallow right field. Tai-Chi Kaino gets the 3rd hit of the night for the Salina Sliders and brings up the top of the lineup and Preston Giles. Top of the 5th inning, 1 out. Fremont leads 1-0. Tai-Chi Kaino on first base after he nailed a 3-1 pitch into shallow right field. Chase Nelson coming in to relieve Wyatt Henry after 4 innings of solid pitching. A great debut for Wyatt Henry. Back up to the top of the lineup. Giles, so far in the night, 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch his first time up to the box. Struck out his second time. Nelson comes to the plate. This one is fouled off. It's been a defensive stalemate here from both teams. The Moo were able to break the bank and get to home plate first. But other than that, plate in the first inning, both teams have been relatively quiet. Stranded a few base runners. And Giles trying to get his first hit of the night. Reached the base path once, trying to get there a second time. This one is fouled off yet again. 2 strikes in the count for Giles. Nelson looking for his second ring up. Kaino on first, and another pickoff move from Nelson. And I believe Kaino, I thought there was a pinch runner there for Kaino, but I believe he's still on first. Still a 2-strike count here for Giles. Lead-off hitter. And I think he cracked his bat on that one. It's a slow roller. And Dominic Palma was not able to quickly collect that into his glove. So it's going to be an error
Left fielder, number 5,
for Palma.
Aiden Tuck.
As now no outs, or excuse me, 1 out, and 2 runners on the base path as Giles reaches on an error. Kaino on first, Kaino on second, Giles on first. As Caden Tuck comes back to the plate, grounded out into a double play and struck out. Swing and a miss. Nelson, just like Henry, has gone ahead in all of these counts so far. Good solid pitching from both sides tonight. Nelson trying to get out of a bit of a jam here. 1 runner in scoring position. Off-speed pitch is well outside. It's 1-1. Caden Tuck is the left fielder for the Sliders from Woodstock, Georgia. Attends Wallace Community College. Facing a 1-1 count. Low and inside. As Easton Leahy calls for time, we'll get a fresh ball in there as that one dug into the dirt. As gray skies here in Fremont, Nebraska, there was a little bit of rain in the forecast, about 20% around 9-10 o'clock. We hope that doesn't happen. We want this first game to go smoothly. As Tuck takes a big swing well out of play down the right field line. 2 strikes, 2 balls, 1 out, top of the 5th inning. Fremont Moo lead 1-0. Chase Nelson looking for his second ring up of the game. Kaino on first. Giles on second. Tuck fouls that one off again. Trying not to go down swinging twice tonight. It's 0 for 2. Looking to reach the base path. Two count, now 3-2 count. Kaino thought about heading over to third base. Thought that Leahy might have not collected that into his glove. Instead, dashes back to second. Full count, 1 out. Here's the payoff. Down the middle, swing and a miss, and Chase Nelson gets his second batter to go down. And a much-needed strikeout for Chase Nelson. 2 outs now. Force play at any base.
Number 11, Jake Irvin.
As Jake Irving will come back into the fray. 1 for 2 so far. A ground out and a single. He takes ball 1 high and inside. There's some company on the base path. And another good take from Jake Irving. The hitters count 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs, and still Fremont leads 1-0 in the top of the 5th inning. Things have slowed down here. It was a frenetic first 4 innings. Lots of exciting play, even though there's only 1 run on the board. This one is cracked into right field, and it gets down. Teichi Kaino is coming home, and the relay is too late. And the Salina Sliders will get on the board thanks to an RBI single from Jake Irving. He's 2 for 3 on the night. And we're knotted up at 1 apiece.
Second baseman, number 17, Brody Jones.
Nelson comes home, nearly hits Brody Jones on his first pitch, so it's 1-0. Still 2 outs, runners on the corners. Jake Irving on first. Preston Giles on third. A throw down from Easton Leahy. First stolen base of the night goes to Jake Irving. 2 runners in scoring position. And a good job by the second baseman, Ripken Fleck, to make sure that one didn't bounce into center field. If so, the Sliders would have reached home plate and had their first lead of the game. And we'll take time here as that pitch was fouled off sharply by Brody Jones into home plate umpire Joshua Adams. Those umpires have a lot of padding there behind home plate, but sometimes a ball might sneak through. Looks like it just caught him off guard. I believe possibly high up near the left collarbone area. We'll take a little time here. But the Sliders finally break through in the top of the 5th inning. Jake Irving with the RBI single, 2 of 3 on the night. He's currently on second base. On third is Preston Giles as Teichi Kaino came home. He started things off with a single. Giles reached on an error. Caden Tuck was struck out, but Jake Irving was able to right the ship here for the Sliders. Runners on second and third as Adams recovers from that hit. This one is a blooper into right field, and it is caught by Ripken Fleck to end this inning. A great play. I think it would have been foul either way, but we'll end the inning. But Fremont Moo do not go unscathed. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning, halfway through this opening day here at Fremont, Nebraska, tied at 1 apiece. We'll go to a short commercial break.
Families share a lot. Stories, traditions, even health risks like cancer. Genetic testing helps you understand your risk so you can take action early. It's not a diagnosis, it's a roadmap that can guide personalized screening and catch cancer earlier when it's most treatable. When you learn your risk, your family can learn theirs too. Pass it on. Learn more about the Hereditary Cancer Risk Program at Methodist Fremont Health. Call 402-727-3580.
And we are back after that short commercial break. Preston Sanders still on the mound for the Sliders. And it's a nice game so far here. Still about 80 degrees. Skies look somewhat clear here. Like I said before, there was a little bit of rain in the forecast, but I think we're looking to stay dry here at Muller Field. Jake Irving broke things open for the Sliders with an RBI single. Brody Jones ended the inning on a flyout in foul territory in right field. A nice chase down from Ripken Fleck, who has some wheels. Not often do you see the second baseman going over to make a catch in right field territory over the first baseman and right fielder. But some great defense from both of these teams. We're tied at 1 apiece as Sanders will begin his second inning of work. Didn't allow any runners. Had a 1-2-3 inning. And back up to the plate is Easton. Oh, and hit in the back. Excuse me, that was Ripken Fleck. At the last out of that inning, comes up to the plate for the leadoff batter in the one-hole spot. And he heads to first. So another hit by pitch from a Salina pitcher.
Third baseman, number 2, Eamon O'Gorman.
As the left-hander Eamon O'Gorman comes back up to the plate, reached on a fielder's choice and on an error. Sander, good location on the outside and the right-handed batter's box. So O'Gorman, no balls, 1 strike, but Fleck on the base path. Second time tonight that the Moo have had a runner with no outs. Too far outside for ball 1. After a quick bottom of the 4th inning, Sander might have a bit of a longer stretch here in his second inning of work after coming in relief of Leo Albornoz. 2-1 count, no outs, bottom of the 5th inning. We're one apiece here at Moeller Field. Fleck dancing on the baseline, trying to get a good lead over there on first base. And a hitter's count for Eamon O'Gorman. Has been able to get good contact on the ball, just hasn't been able to get it out of the infield. Reached the base path twice, but like I said, one on a fielder's choice and one on an error. Too far outside, and that is a 5-pitch walk issued to Eamon O'Gorman. And Fremont Moo in a good position to score here. O'Gorman on first, Ripken Fleck on second, and a runner in scoring position for the Moo.
Number 12, Gio Malatesta.
And Giovanni Malatesta, number 12 in the center fielder for Fremont, comes up to home plate. He is from Strasburg, Pennsylvania, the only player from Pennsylvania. Currently attends Texas A&M International University. He's got 2 base runners on, and looks like tried to bunt that one down third base line. Trying to take a playbook out of the Salina Sliders. They were able to get a run home after they bunted over their 2 base runners to second and third. Malatesta getting the call from head coach Jonathan Thornhill in his first year at the helm as the skipper for this Fremont side. Runner goes to third and runner goes to second. Here's the throw down, and it is not in time. And a double steal called. That was outside of the zone, 1-1 count. Ripken Fleck moves over to third, and Eamon O'Gorman moves over to second. That's what you like to see for your 1- and 2-hole batters. And they usually have some speed and wheels with them. They're able to get over. And a successful first steal for the night for the Moo puts Malatesta in a good position to put one in play and regain the lead for the Moo. Fouls that one off, and it's 1-2. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A lot of foul balls tonight for a lot of the kids that have come out to watch their Moo on opening night. And the seats have been decently filling up this entire time we've been out here. Game start time was 7:05. It's now 8:17. We're about halfway through this game. Sander is taking some time to put some chalk on his hands. Needs a good grip if he wants to try and strike out Giovanni Malatesta. Already has 1 K in this game. Fleck on third, O'Gorman on second. 1-2 delivery. Way behind Malatesta. That one hits him in the hindquarters. And he's going to go down to first. Bases are loaded with no outs. And a great position here for the 4-hole hitter and designated hitter, Liam Sullivan.
Designated hitter, number 3, Liam Sullivan.
That's the 4th time tonight a batter has been hit by a pitch, so some control issues for the bullpen of the Sliders. 5 strikeouts total. As head coach Matt Elliott, also in his first year, and this is the inaugural season for the Salina Sliders. Congratulations to him. This is a great team for both sides put together in a whirlwind of an offseason. Elliott on the mound visit. In a bit of a pickle here. All 3 ducks are on the pond. All bases are loaded. Malatesta on first, O'Gorman on second, and Fleck on first as we take time here for the mound visit. Elliott will head back to the dugout, and Sullivan will come back to the plate.
Liam Sullivan.
And this is the guy you want up there. Jonathan Thornhill, also affectionately known as JT, put him in that position for a reason. He has the single RBI for the Moo. A chance to bring in some more. After the mound visit, no outs in the bottom of the 5th. All bases occupied. All systems go for Liam Sullivan. 1 of 1 on the night, was hit by a pitch his first time in the batter's box, and like I said, had that RBI single to start off the scoring. And after a mound visit, that's not what you want to see. 2 straight balls on the outside. Zooming past the right-handed batter's box. Righty on lefty matchup. 2-0 delivery. That one is outside as well. Joshua Adams says ball 3, and you have to imagine here that Liam Sullivan has a take call here. You got to force the pitcher to throw a strike. After a 1-2-3 4th inning and his first inning of work, Sullivan struggling here, and that one is way out of the box. And he will walk his batter home. A 4-pitch walk to Liam Sullivan, and the Moo retake the lead. Sullivan on first, Malatesta on third, and O'Gorman on third and Malatesta on second. No balls, no strikes, as Braden Mitchell comes to the plate. Mitchell 0 of 1 in the night, struck out looking and walked to first back in the 3rd inning. Bases loaded still. This one is cracked foul down the 3rd base line near the dugout of the Moo. No balls, 2 strikes to Mitchell, who's looking to get his first hit of the night. Sander still in a big pickle here. No outs. All 3 bases occupied. That one is out of the zone. Good eye from Mitchell. Still a pitcher's count. Sander looking for his 2nd K of the game. Here's his delivery. Too far outside. And after a good start to this at bat, 2 straight balls. Mitchell fighting back in this at bat, trying to bring home more base runners. That one is low and a full count. Just below the knees of Mitchell. All base runners looking to come home. 3-2 count. This one is cracked into left center field. Going back on it is caught by no, it's not caught. It's dropped. Preston Giles laid out in center field. Here's the throw home, and the runner is safe. And that'll be a 2 RBI double for Braden Mitchell. I thought Preston Giles was able to snag that. He went Superman mode in left center field, and that one dropped out of his glove. And the Moo double their tally here. They lead 4-1.
First baseman number 29, Bert Yassa.
And wow, what an almost exhilarating play out there in center field. I thought Giles for sure had that one. Just out of his reach as it fell to the grass out there in left center. Mitchell will go to second. Sullivan will go to third. And it's 4-1 in favor of the home team. And Berkyasa takes a look at strike 1. 1-1 count. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Has struck out looking twice. Looking to remedy that situation and get on the base path for the first time. Too far outside, and it's 2-1. And Sander has struggled to find the zone here in this inning. Too far outside yet again. Good eye from Yasa. And it's a favorable count for him. Made contact once in his second at bat. Looking to make contact again. Here's the 3-1. And that one is called as a strike 2. Good location from Sander. Another full count. Another payoff from Sander. Yasa swings, misses. 3 at-bats, 3 strikeouts swinging. And his night continues to go downhill.
Shortstop, number 20, Dominic Palma.
First out of the inning for Preston Sander. Mitchell, after his 2 RBI double, is on second, and Sullivan is on third, as Dominic Palma comes back up to the plate. 1 ball, no strike. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Shortstop for the Moo. That one too far inside yet again. Seven-hole hitter for Fremont. Getting down to the bottom of the order. They started at the top of the order in the bottom of this 5th inning with Ripken Fleck. And that is strike 1 in this at-bat. 2-1 for Palma. Again, bottom of the 5th inning. 4-1 in favor of Fremont. 1 out. 2 runners in scoring position. Elliott has already been out once for a mound visit. You got to wonder if he might come out again here if Sander walks another batter. Palma with the hitter's count. Swing and a miss, and a good breaking ball pitch there from Sander. He'll try to sit down his second batter of this inning. First 5 batters he faced reached the base path or have reached home. That one too far inside, and Palma will head down to first base. No movement in the dugout and no movement in the bullpen. It looks like Sander will stay in. Bases are jacked yet again.
Right fielder, number 18, Tyler Schroeder.
Palma at first. Sullivan at third and Mitchell at second. Sander deals, and another first pitch ball. Hasn't found his command after a great first inning of pitching and the top of the 4th. Wheels have started to fall off here. Maybe that'll fix it right there. Nice location. Outside corner paints it. 1-1. 8-hole hitter Tyler Schroeder is at the plate, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop-up. Looking to get on the base path for the first time tonight. A chance to bring home all 3 runners, excuse me. Too far outside again. And yet another count in favor of the batter. As Sander will ask for a fresh ball. Schroeder looking to bring home the 2 base runners in scoring position. 3-1 is too far outside, and that's the second time this inning that Sander has walked another batter. And Richardson is going to come out and have a talk with his pitcher. (5-1) in favor of Fremont. Schrader will walk to first. Palma walk to first. And I think there will be a pitching change here, as this is the second mound visit from Matt Elliott. Or possibly not. But on the base path, Dominic Palma on second, Tyler Schroeder on first, and Braden Mitchell at third, as Liam Sullivan was walked home. And here comes a new pitcher for the Sliders. And while we wait for the Sliders to warm up their new pitcher, I'll get you his name in a second. I want to take a chance to talk about this new Diamond Baseball League. The Fremont Moo were established in 2019 in the Expedition League. They spent 3 years there. And the next 4 years, they were in the Independent League, both summer collegiate baseball leagues. This is a new league for 6 separate teams, like I said in the introduction. 3 here in Nebraska, the Hastings Sodbusters, Grand Island Fighting Cranes, and your own Fremont Moo. In Missouri, the Jefferson City Renegades and the Sedalia Steamers. And in Kansas, which is my hometown, or home state, I should say, is the opposing team tonight, the Salina Sliders. But a little bit of background. This is the inaugural season. It was founded by 3 crucial members, Bill Davidson, Matt Perry, and Ralph Nelson. And rounding out their leadership group is a man by the name of Dan Roman, who's their certified public accountant. Between those 4 individuals, they have over 100 years of professional sports experience. So a lot of expertise, a lot of variety. Davidson oversees the team management and operations. Perry leads the league development and expansion. Nelson serves as the league commissioner and managing operations and investor relations. And Roman does all things financial. And this is a great start to the season. We're thankful that this league was able to be put together. And a lefty on righty matchup here. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. A 4-run 5th inning. Moo looking to add some more. This one is cracked up the middle and handled by the shortstop, Jake Irving, and he gets a double play. Some runners were caught up on the base path. Easton Leahy was trying to beat out the throw to first base. He couldn't, tripped and recovers, but that is an inning-ending double play. And we'll head to the top of the 6th inning, but the Moo do some damage. They lead 5-1 as we head to the top of the 6th.
Let's go ahead and say thank you to sponsors, part of the Fremont Moo family, bringing you the broadcast on Mixlr as well as right here on YouTube. I want to say thank you to Buffalo Wild Wings, La Hacienda, Indra Tree Care and Outdoor Supply, Fremont Electric, Tommy's Express Car Wash, S2 Refuse and Recycling, the Fremont Family YMCA, WinStar, as well as 94.7 Blair Radio, BSDNLive.com, Eastgate Sports, Saunders County Online, and WahooRadio.com, and Methodist Fremont Health, and of course, Raising Cane's, proud partners of Fremont Moo, and being able to bring that to you right here. Thank you for listening on Mixlr and Fremont Moo Baseball on YouTube.
Thank you, Kelly. We're back here in Fremont, Nebraska. Chase Nelson beginning his 2nd inning of work after taking relief for Wyatt Henry. Pitched 4 innings, no earned runs. And in his 1st inning of work, Nelson gave up a run but was able to staunch any more base runners from coming home. A great bottom 5th inning there for the Moo. They had bases loaded practically the entire inning until an inning-ending double play ended things. A nice play from Jake Irving. It was a ground ball right up the middle of the infield. He was able to collect it, flip it to Brody Jones at second base, and it was a 6-4-3 double play to get out of that big jam. I'll get you the name of the pitcher that is on the mound next inning for the Sliders, who came in and was able to force a ground out from Easton Leahy, who took a bit of a fall as he was racing toward first base. He got up and he was fine, and now he's back behind home plate for the 6th straight inning. Top of the 6th here if you're just joining us. Fremont Moo lead 5-1 after a 4-run bottom of the 5th inning. First 4 innings went by pretty quickly, just about over an hour. And these last 2 innings, or this last inning, has taken about 30 minutes. So the game is slowed down for both teams. Preston Sanders struggled to find the strike zone, walked home 2 of those 4 runs. The other 2 runs came courtesy of Braden Mitchell with a 2 RBI double. That pitch is in the zone there from Nelson. 2-1 count. Richardson swings and fouls that one off. 2 strikes in the count. Richardson so far tonight, 1 of 2. Singled in his first at bat and then grounded out. He's the catcher from Salina, Kansas, so he didn't have to drive too far to join the Sliders. Currently attends Chuck Yo University. Looking to get on base for the second time tonight. And trying to get the Sliders back into this game, a 5-1 hole. Fouls that one off. The count will stay 2-2. Richardson looking to get some company on the base path. This one is fouled back yet again, just past our booth here. And it is turning out to be a nice night here, just a little below 80 degrees. I don't think there's going to be any rain. There was some in the forecast, but we want this game to go by smoothly on opening night. It'll be a 4-game homestand for Fremont. This one is blooped into shallow left field, and it'll get down between Dominic Palma and left fielder Braden Mitchell. And Brooks Richardson, another single, this time into left field.
First baseman, number 12, Diego Cancel.
And another hit for the away team. Nobody out. Runner on first, top of the 6th inning. Diego Cancel back to the plate, swing and a miss. Richardson on first after a good at-bat. A 7-pitch at-bat that ended up with a little bloop into shallow left field. Nelson throws back over to first. And all the pitchers so far tonight have done a good job of keeping those base runners close to whatever base they're trying to get a lead off from. This one is a slow grounder back to Nelson. And his option was just to go to first. Richardson was racing over to second. He didn't have time to hurl that ball over there. So the runner will advance, but Nelson will get his first out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 14, Mason Piper.
Mason Piper back up to the plate, number 14, the third baseman for the Salina Sliders. From Prattville, Alabama. Currently attends Lane College. 0 for 2 on the night, 2 groundouts. Has a runner in scoring position in Brooks Richardson. Trying to get back into this game, a 4-run deficit for the away side. First pitch strike is lasered in there. 0-1 count. Nelson and Wyatt, the 2 pitchers for this Fremont side, have done a good job of getting ahead in the count. Great placement, not a ton of walks for this side. That one catches the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Piper has put balls in play, has just not been able to reach the base path. Richardson at second, after the fielder's choice from Cancel. The 0-2 is lined back up the middle of the field. It is in air by the second baseman, Ripken Fleck. Tried to backhand that, and he's had 2 errant plays now tonight. One coming earlier in this game where he tried a leaping throw while he was running to his right. And that is an error on Fremont.
Right fielder, number 15, Spencer Goldston.
And that errant throw will bring another run to home plate for the Sliders. So Piper reaches on an error. This is a bunt placed down by Spencer Goldston. He'll move over Mason Piper to second. And another runner in scoring position. And the Sliders have gotten a bit closer here.
Designated hitter, number 9, Teichi Kaino.
And Teichi Kaino will come back to the plate. One of 2 runners to reach home tonight for the Sliders. 1 of 1 on the night, reached on an air and a single. He has Mason Piper over on second. And trying to cut into this lead that the Fremont Moo were able to build on in the bottom half of that 5th inning. Two outs. Strike down the middle. I believe it's a 1-1 count. Nelson still on the mound. 1 2/3 innings of work. Allowed 1 run to reach home plate. Teichi Kaino launches this one into deep left field, but Braden Mitchell is there at the warning track. Gets that into the leathery part of his glove. And for 2 straight innings, top of the 5th and top of the 6th, the Sliders are able to put 2 runs on the board, cut into this lead, but we'll go to another short commercial break as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning.
We want to say thank you to all the sponsors, including Subway, who is tonight's game sponsor, being able to provide the team with food, as well as having a great sandwich selection. You can go to Subway all the time, be able to eat fresh, and be able to celebrate life that way. So Subway, great sponsors of the Fremont Moo, and sponsors of tonight's game, right here on Mixlr, as well as on YouTube. So thank you very much, as we'll talk about all the sponsors as we continue on.
Thank you, Kelly. We're back here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Opening night matchup between the Fremont Moo and the Salina Sliders. And that is number 42 on the mound for the away team. That is Brody Farthing. Left-handed pitcher from Salina, Kansas. Once again, another player that doesn't have to go too far to get on this Sliders team.
Second baseman, number 1, Ripken Fleck.
And we are back to the top of the lineup. They batted all the way through in the bottom of that 5th inning where they scored 4 runs. And Farthing will come on the mound now. Was able to get out of a huge jam. Forced Easton Leahy to ground into a double play.
Guess what? I got a fever.
1-1 count for Fleck, who is 1 of 2 on the night. The first pitch he saw, he lasered that between the first and second baseman into right field. Since then, he's flown out and was hit by a pitch. Last time he came to the plate was which was last inning. Here's the 1-1. That one is outside. Excuse me, I believe it's 3-1 now. Another hitter's count. Lefty on righty matchup. This one is sky high into the Fremont night. Coming in on it is right fielder Spencer Goldston. And he pitches a tent underneath the ball for the first out of this inning.
Next up, third baseman, number 2, Eamon O'Gorman.
And Eamon O'Gorman, the third baseman for this Fremont team, comes back to the plate. 0 of 2 on the night, reached on a fielder's choice in air and then was walked. So while he hasn't registered a hit tonight, he has gotten on the base path all 3 times. He's from Elkhorn, Nebraska. Currently attends Wayne State College. This one is fouled back over the broadcast booth. 1-1 count. Fremont looking for some base runners as Salina cut into their lead. It's gone from 4 to 3. Fremont leads 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 balls, 1 strike to the 2-hole hitter for Fremont. This one is blooped into left field. But the shortstop, Caden Tuck, who turned that double play in the bottom of the 5th, races over to his right and gets the second out of this inning.
Now batting, center fielder, number 12, Gio Malatesta.
Farthing has now had a inning total of work. Although this is the second inning he's come into, he came in relief for Preston Sanders, who was struggling in the bottom of that 5th inning, as there's strike 1. Bases were jacked, but he stayed composed and was able to get Easton Leahy to ground into a double play. And now all 3 batters he's faced, he has sent back to the dugout. 1-1 to Giovanni Malatesta after O'Gorman flew out to left field. This one is a slow grounder to the right side of the infield, and second baseman Brody Jones flips it over to first baseman Diego Cancel for the 3rd out. And a 1-2-3 inning for Brody Farthing. We'll head to the top of the 7th inning with your Fremont Moo leading 5-2.
Let's go ahead and say thank you to sponsors as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Fremont Moo 5 and the Salina Sliders 2. We want to say thank you to sponsors like Raising Cane's, partners of the Fremont Moo, Fremont Methodist Health, 94.7 Blair Radio, BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, WahooRadio.com, and Eastgate Sports. Esports camps coming for kids. We also want to say thank you to the Fremont Family YMCA, S2 Refuse and Recycling, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Fremont Electric, Indra, as we have Tree Care and Outdoor Supplies, Buffalo Wild Wings, La Hacienda, and tonight's game sponsor is Subway, making sure that everybody eats fresh and has a great Thursday night game right here in front of you. Thank you for joining us on FremontMoo.com through Mixlr and Fremont Moo YouTube.
Thank you, Kelly. A lot of those sponsors sound great, especially the ones with food. And we're back in the top of the 7th inning here. Fremont Moo lead 5-2. I believe Chase Nelson is still on the mound. I'll get you a change if there is. So far in 2 innings of work, he's only allowed 1 run. Fremont defense will come back onto the field, nursing a 3-run lead. Easton Leahy still behind home plate. And it is still Chase Nelson, number 21. Like I said earlier, when he started in the top of the 5th inning, he did not appear in the 2025-2026 season for St. Thomas University. So far, he is wheeling and dealing tonight. First pitch is called as a ball too far outside of the zone. And Preston Giles fouls off the second pitch. Back to the top of the lineup. 4th time that Giles has seen home plate. 2nd different pitcher he's seen. 0 for 3 on the night as this one is fouled back yet again. Hit by pitch, strikeout, and reached on an air, which has happened a couple times tonight for both teams. You expect to see that a little bit. Not as clean as you'd like it to be for both coaches. And first baseman Burke Yassa nearly snags that one in the right field territory. It drops foul. Still a 1-2 count. But still some kinks both teams need to wrinkle out. It's the first game of the season. Here's the 1-2 from Nelson. Swing and fouled off again by Giles. Reached the base path twice tonight, but still looking for his first hit. Another 1-2, that one too far outside. One hops into the glove of Leahy. 2 strikes, 2 balls. Great pitching from both sides so far. Swing and a miss at some high heat. And Nelson sits down another batter for a K. 1 out here and nobody on in the top of the 7th. Fremont Moo lead 5-2. Second strikeout of the night for Preston Giles as Caden Tuck will come back to the plate. 0 of 3 on the night, grounded into a double play in the first inning and has struck out in his past 2 at-bats. First pitch from Nelson is low and outside. 1-0 to the 2-hole hitter who plays left field for the Sliders. Too far outside again. One of the rare times that a Fremont Moo pitcher has started behind an account. They've been very consistent, very accurate in tonight's game. 2-0 becomes a line drive into center field, and it takes a 1 hop into the glove of Giovanni Malatesta and a single for Caden Tuck, and he reaches the base path for the first time with a single.
Shortstop, number 11, Jake Irving.
Runner on first, 1 out, as Jake Irvin comes back to the plate. He's had a great night so far, 2 of 3, with 2 singles and one of those being an RBI single back in the top of the 5th. He was the batter to get home the first runner in Teichi Ka'aino. One 1-0 for the 3-hole hitter from Duncan, Oklahoma. Second straight at bat where it's been a 2-0 start. Caden Tuck at first base after his single. Jake Irving looking to go 3 straight hits. Leaves that one outside, but it's a called strike 1. Just catches the outside corner near the right-handed batter's box. Nelson, 2 1/3 innings of work, looking to finish off his 3rd. Caden Tuck goes. Here's the throw, and it's late and off target. So Caden Tuck gets the stolen base for the Sliders, runner in scoring position. One strike in the count for Irving. And that is ball 4, a 5-pitch walk. Puts 2 base runners on. First walk of the night for Chase Nelson, and that'll prompt JT, Jonathan Thornhill, to come out to the mound and have a little discussion with Nelson. And this is a tricky spot here for the Moo. They are nursing a 3-point lead. You don't want to give anything up here. You got to force out at each base and a good infield to back you up. They have had 2 errors, both courtesy of Ripken Fleck, who's had a tough night running to his right and trying to throw across his body. He's a good infielder from Omaha, Nebraska. He's just struggled maybe trying to do a little bit too much there out on the field. Caden Tuck on second, Jake Irving on first after a walk. And that brings up the cleanup hitter, Brody Jones, who is 0 for 3 on the night, lined out, reached on an error, and then had a flyout. The second baseman from Opelika, Alabama, attends Northern Oklahoma College. That was a good mound visit from JT. First pitch, first strike. Looking to get Jones to ground into a double play. That one too far outside, a slider breaking too far to the left. Right on right matchup. Jones trying to bring home another batter as they are picking away at this Fremont lead. They've scored in back-to-back innings, trying to make it 3. One out. 2 strikes in the count. Jones looking to put a ball in play and bring a runner home. This one is put in play. Into shallow right field. Here's the throw home. Cut off by Burkiasa. And runners remain at the corners, and that is an RBI single for Brody Jones as Caden Tuck races home from second base. That was a nice line drive hit right between the first and second baseman of Burkiasa and Ripken Fleck.
Catcher, number 19, Brooks Richardson.
And it's 3-5 in favor of the Moo. A fresh count for Brooks Richardson. And Easton Leahy has nobody to throw to as Brody Jones races over to second. And now the tying run is at second base in Brody Jones. Leading runner is at the plate in Brooks Richardson, who has also had a good night so far. 2 of 3, 2 singles, 1 ground out. Singled last time he came to the plate. And he has a 1-0 count. Swings at this one. It's not going to stay in play. It's fouled off. And back into the parking lot. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jake Irving at third, Brody Jones at second. And an opportunity here for the sliders to even things up. Top of the 7th inning, 1 out, 1-1 count. There's the delivery from Nelson. Irving was ready to race home if that one got past Leahy. And it's 2-1. After a good first 2 innings of work, Nelson has struggled to find the strike zone. A base hit would do wonders here for the sliders. This one is cracked into deep left center field. Coming in on it and not being able to get it is Braden Mitchell. He dove for it and was just short. That's going to be a single for Brooks Richardson. He's 3 of 4 in the night and brings another run home. And runners at the corners yet again, and JT Thornhill is going to call the night for Chase Nelson. 2 1/3 innings of work, 4 earned runs. And back-to-back innings of scoring has the Salina Sliders within 1 run. And a new pitcher will come to the mound for the Fremont Moo. A great night of hitting for Brooks Richardson. 3 of 4 with 3 singles. And that one being an RBI single. Another short blooper to the left side of the outfield. Braden Mitchell trying to dive and snag it into his glove.
33, Thomas Fraley.
And the new pitcher on the mound for Fremont will be number 33, Thomas Fraley. He also, similar to Chase Nelson, did not appear. He is a redshirt freshman at Emporia State University. He's from Lincoln, Nebraska. 6'1", 205 pounds, is a left-handed pitcher. And that may favor him in some of these matchups, as both of these teams have several left-handed batters. Usually you see maybe 1, maybe 2 on each team, but I know at least the Sliders have at least 3 left-handed batters. A little unique in that lineup. And while Thomas Fraley will warm up here, we'll take a chance to talk about the new head coach for the Fremont Moo, Jonathan Thornhill. I had a chance to catch up with him the week that I was here, Monday through Thursday. He's kind of a happy-go-lucky guy, but don't let that fool you. He gets very competitive and is a very serious head coach. He wants his players to have fun. That was his main message this season, but he also wants them to have a lot of fire under their bellies, a lot of competitiveness. He doesn't want them to get lackadaisical. He knows this is Summer Collegiate League baseball, and you're just wanting to maintain your skills here as a player. You want to keep everybody healthy, but this is a great chance to really improve on your skills with a lot of great players from D2, NAIA, D3, and community colleges. A lot of great games, 50 more matchups for both of these teams throughout the year. I'm excited to get to call all of them for you. I'll talk to Jonathan more this week, get a little more insight into the journeyman. He's been pretty much all over. Been to California, been to Kansas, been to Canada, which is where he spent last year with the Medicine Hat Mavericks in the Canadian Baseball League, another summer collegiate baseball league. Runners on the corners. A ball in the dirt. 1-0 count, still one out. One base runner in scoring position as Diego Cancel comes back up to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Has been able to put a ball in play, just hasn't been able to get on the base path. A pop-up, fielder's choice, and a ground out. Here's the 1-0 from Thomas Fraley, now 2-0. Another ball in the dirt. Cancel is a first baseman from Vega Alta, Puerto Rico. Attends Capital University. Long ways away. But here in Fremont tonight, trying to get the sliders on the board, and he does with a bunt down the first base line. Tries to beat it out, can't, as Thomas Fraley underhand throws it to first base, but the damage is done. And another run here in the top of the 7th inning. A sacrifice bunt, and a nicely placed one as well from Diego Cancel. It's really tough if you're not able to get that bunt far down the line. If it's too short, the catcher can come in and possibly have a chance to tag out the base runner coming from third to home. But now another base runner in scoring position as Jones goes over to second base as Mason Piper will come as the 7-hole hitter. 0-1 count, tie game at 5 apiece. Piper looking for his first hit of the game. 2 ground outs and reached on an error. Thomas Fraley came in for relief. None of those batters were his responsibility. So Chase Nelson gives up a few more runs. Strike 3, but a drop third strike anytime there's 2 outs. You got to run it out. So Fraley ends the inning with a strikeout, but it is a tie ball game as we head into the 7th inning stretch. 5 apiece here at Moeller Field, and it's a good one, a barn burner. And we'll go to a short commercial break.
Families share a lot. Stories, traditions, even health risks like cancer. Genetic testing helps you understand your risk so you can take action early. It's not a diagnosis, it's a roadmap that can guide personalized screening and cancer earlier when it's most treatable. When you learn your risk, your family can learn theirs too. Pass it on. Learn more about the Hereditary Cancer Risk Program at Methodist Fremont Health. Call 402-727-3580.
And we are back here at Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska. Brody Farthing still on the mound after 1 2/3 innings of work. Looking to get back into action. He's retired all the batters he's faced. And has a good night in relief after Preston Sander had a really tough time finding the strike zone. Allowed 4 of those 5 Fremont Moo runs to come in the bottom of the 5th. And we're done with the 7th inning stretch. It was a quick one. Back for some action here for your Fremont Moo.
Now up to bat is the designated hitter, number 3, Liam Sullivan.
And it is Liam Sullivan coming back up to the plate. 1 of 2 on the night, was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Had an RBI single to open things up for the Moo, and then was walked in his last at bat. The DH here for Fremont. And it's a 1-0 count, no outs. Bottom of the 7th inning, 5-5 score. put down a bunt, and it's a good bunt, and he's going to get to first base. Some nice batting there, and nice placement for Liam Sullivan. Caught the sliders off guard as catcher Brooks Richardson raced out to that ball that was somewhat down the third base line. And his throw was too late over to Diego Cancel. So an infield single and successful bunt for Liam Sullivan. No outs and a runner on first, and a good start to the bottom of the 7th inning for the Moo. Back up to the plate is number 4 5-hole hitter Braden Mitchell. Left fielder from Erie, North Dakota. This one is lined down the right field line and is called foul by home plate umpire Joshua Adams, and a good call. I think that one was just a few feet away from being in. And if it was, Liam Sullivan would have had a great chance to reach home plate. Mitchell will jog back to the batter's box. And several of these Fremont Moo batters take a look at the first pitch and decide to swing. It's worked out for them so far tonight. Some aggressive batting from both teams. Sullivan still on first after his infield bunt. And Richardson still doing an impeccable job there, guarding the castle behind home plate. I don't think he's allowed one ball to get past him so far. One count for Braden Mitchell. Lefty on righty matchup as Farthing continues his night in relief. Two and one for the 5-hole hitter, currently attending Southwestern Community College. That one out and away again, so 3 and 1. So far tonight, he struck out looking his first time up to the plate, was walked, and then had a 2 RBI double in the bottom of the 5th inning that broke things open. But now it's a tie game at 5 apiece. Still no outs, runner on first, 3-1 count. That one is strike 2. He was taken off his elbow guard. He thought that was ball 4. Instead, he'll stay in the box. 3-2 count. Farthing looking for his second punch out of the night. Third pitcher in the rotation for the Sliders. Here's the payoff. Sullivan goes, but he's picked off. Sullivan now in a rundown between first and second. It was a good pickoff by Brody Farthing, and he is finally tagged out in a good heads-up play by Farthing. He knew that Sullivan was most likely going to try and take off on a full count. And Farthing, left-handed pitcher, all he has to do is step off that mound and throw over. He did so, and Sullivan is caught in a rundown. And after reaching on an infield bunt, it's still a full count. But now 1 out. And this one is blooped right over to the right side of the infield. And it is a pop-up, easily taken in by Diego Cancel.
Now batting, first baseman, number 29, Bert Yasa.
So after the Moo get a base runner on from a bunt, he's caught in a rundown, and then an easy pop-up from Braden Mitchell will bring up Burke Yasa for the 4th time tonight. Has struck out swinging 3 straight times. 0 for 3 on the night. 1-0 count to start things off in his 4th at bat. "1-0 turns into 1-1. The ball just at the knees. And strike 1 called. Farthing has not allowed a runner in scoring position. Some excellent work for the relief pitcher. Bottom of the 7th inning, ball game is tied at 5 apiece. 1 and 2 count, 2 outs, nobody on the base path for Fremont. And it is 4 up and 4 down for Burke Yasa. A struggling night for the freshman from Thornton, Colorado. Brody Farthing fans his second batter of the night. And we'll go to the top of the 8th inning with this knotted at 5 apiece.
Thank you, everybody, for being a part of our broadcast right here at FremontMoo.com as you listen through Mixler or watch through YouTube. Again, want to say thank you for sponsors being able to help bring this to you as we have a great summer lined up for you. But we also would love to have you come out to Muller Field to watch the Fremont Moo in person. You can certainly do so by going to FremontMoo.com, click on the tickets, find the schedule, and be a part of the Moo crew. Also, we want to say thank you to sponsors like tonight's sponsor is Subway, making sure that everybody eats well right here in the stadium. And, of course, the athletes afterwards will be able to partake in Subway. Again, great sponsors of the Fremont Moo. Tied at 5. We'll be back as coming back to the top of the 8th inning right here.
Thank you, Kelly. That Subway sounds good right about now. It is 9:10 here in Fremont, Nebraska. Like Kelly said, we are tied at 5 apiece as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Starting out will be number 15, the 8-hole hitter Spencer Goldston. Sliders looking to keep this game on a roll. They've scored in 3 straight innings, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th. Let's see if they can get any in the 8th. And a first pitch from Thomas Fraley is fouled off. 0-1 to Goldston. Attends Fort Scott Community College. Is 0-3 on the night, 2 strikeouts and a fielder's choice. Has been his night so far in the batter's box. Fraley's second pitch is low and inside, nearly hits him on the right shin. Getting down to the bottom of the lineup for the Sliders. Out and away is ball 2. 2-1 now. And again, if you're just joining us, we're in the top of the 8th inning. The ball game is at 5 apiece. 5 for Fremont, 5 for Salina. Nobody on the base path, no outs, and a 2-2 count. Teichi Kaino in the on-deck circle was the first runner to come home tonight for the Sliders. Here's the delivery from Fraley. Did he go around? First base umpire says, yes, he did. And that is a call by Vince Vignieri. A called strike 3 from the first base umpire. And Fraley strikes out his first batter.
Designated hitter, number 9, Teichi Kaino.
So in 3 of 4 at-bats, Goldston has gone down swinging or looking as now Teichi Kaino comes back in the left-handed batter's box. A lefty-on-lefty matchup. Good location on the inside. An off-speed pitch goes in for strike 1. Kaino looks at strike 2. The breaking ball right down the middle. Kaino is 1 of 3 on the night, reached on an air, singled, and then flew out to right field. 1, 2, 3. Teichi Kaino is rung up. And he heads back to the dugout. 2 straight strikeouts for Fraley.
Center fielder, number 22, Preston Giles.
And Preston Giles is the top of the lineup. 5th time up to the plate tonight. 0 for 3, was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Struck out, reached on an air, and then struck out back in the 6th inning. And Fraley keeps on the pressure. 3 straight strikes to Teichi Kaino. Another strike to Giles. And that is an unfortunate play there at first base. It was a blooper to the shallow infield to first baseman Burke Yasa. And it had some spin on it. I think he thought he could let it bounce once and let it just bounce into his glove. Instead, it gets away from him. And Giles will reach on another error. He is the leading base runner on first base as Caden Tuck comes back up to the plate. 1 of 4 on the night. Singled in his last time up to the plate. And that one is hit right back to Fraley, who runs over to first base, tosses it to Yasa. And we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Fraley gets out with one runner on the base path. 5-5 still as we go to the last couple of innings here at Moeller Field.
Let's go ahead and continue to say thank you to sponsors that are a part of the Fremont Moo broadcast. Raising Cane's, proud partners of the Fremont Moo, as well as Methodist Family Fremont Health Center. 94.7 Blair Radio, BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, WahooRadio.com, and now Eastgate Sports, bringing you the summer camps for esports for your youth. Go to BlairRadio.com for details. We want to say thank you to the Fremont Family YMCA, S2 Roll-Offs, as well as Tommy's Express Car Wash, Fremont Electric, Endra Tree Care and Outdoor Supply, Buffalo Wild Wings, La Hacienda, and tonight's sponsor, Subway. In fact, I'm looking forward to having a Subway later on tonight.
Thank you, Kelly. I am too. Those sandwiches sound good right about now. Bottom of the 8th inning, Fremont Moo 5, Salina Sliders 5. After a game-opening 5th inning where the Moo scored 4 to go up 5-1, the Sliders have battled back. A tie game here with 1 1/2 of an inning left. A new pitcher on the mound for the Sliders, number 24, Mickey Carlson. As Salina will come back on defense yet again. The 4th pitcher of the night for Salina after Brody Farthing came in and had some good innings of relief. Didn't allow a runner to score after Preston Sander struggled to find the strike zone. Coming up to the plate will be Dominic Palma, the 7-hole hitter, number 20, who is 0 for 2 on the night. Strikeout, fly out, and a walk. He's had a good night in defense at shortstop. Was part of a double play in the 1st inning. Reached the base path once, looking to do so with a hit here. Righty on righty matchup as Mickey Carlson will get his night underway. His 1st inning of relief starts with a passed ball, a wild pitch. First time one is gotten by Brooks Richardson, who has been a steel wall behind home plate tonight for the Sliders. Here's Carlson's 2nd pitch. This one is swung on. A one bouncer to the left side of the infield. Mason Piper collects that easily and throws out Dominic Palma. Strikeout, fly out, now a ground out for the 7-hole hitter. 1 out, nobody on base.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 18, Tyler Schroeder.
And Carlson is a right-handed pitcher from Labette Community College. Hometown is in Burlington, Kansas. And he faces his 2nd batter, Tyler Schroeder, who tonight is also 0 for 2 as well. Ground out, pop up, and also reached on a walk. All the way back in that 5th inning. 0-1 count becomes 0-2 count after Schroeder fouls off the 2nd pitch he sees. Getting to the bottom of the lineup here for Fremont. It's coming out to be a good finish here. Still a tie ball game. That one too far outside. A good eye from Schroeder. Still a pitcher's count though. Carlson looking to give the Sliders an even advantage going into the top of the 9th. This one is fouled off yet again. Jammed Schroeder inside. That was a tongue twister. I meant to say jammed Schroeder inside. Still a 1-2 count. That one just high. Another good eye from Schroeder. 2 balls, 2 strikes apiece. Easton Leahy in the on-deck circle. 9-hole hitter for Fremont. Here's another 2-2, and that one is fouled off the bat and off the glove of Richardson. And a good 6-pitch at bat here. Carlson coming in relief of Brody Farthing, who had an excellent night of relief. Things have been quiet the past few innings for both teams. Fremont trying to get back on the board. That one inside yet again. And a solid at bat here from the 8-hole hitter. Fremont was able to get a 2-out rally going back when they scored their first run back in the 3rd. This one is lined down in foul territory in right field. Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming up here for Schroeder. It's been an excellent opening night of baseball between these two teams in the inaugural season of the Diamond Baseball League. Here's the payoff from Schroeder. It's low and away, gets past Richardson, and a great at-bat from Schroeder. His 2nd straight walk will put the leading base runner on the pond for Fremont.
Now batting, catcher, number 11, Easton Leahy.
And Easton Leahy will come back up to the plate. He hails from Omaha, Nebraska. Currently attends Wayne State College, going into his sophomore year. Has been behind the plate this whole night. 0 for 3, line out, fly out, and grounded into a double play. The first pitch he sees, he fouls off behind the booth. This has been the 3rd different pitcher he's seen tonight. Leo Albornoz, Preston Sanders, and now Mickey Carlson. Tyler Schroeder on first base after he had a 10-pitch walk. That one is in the zone, catches the outside corner. Good placement from Mickey Carlson. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 runner on the base path. Swung on, it's a blooper into shallow right field. Will it get down? No, it does not. A foul ball called by Joshua Adams, and that's the 3rd time tonight a ball has nearly snuck in fair on the right field line. Each time it's dropped just foul. Still, it's 2 strikes in the count, no balls for Easton Leahy. This one is put into play, double play opportunity. 6, 4, and not 3. That was an errant throw by second baseman Brody Jones as he was trying to get that over to first base. Diego Cancel had to come off his bag as that one hit the fence in right field. So a fielder's choice turns into a throwing error from Brody Jones and a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And that brings up the number 1 hitter, leadoff, Ripken Fleck, who is 1 of 3 on the night, singled in his first at bat, only needed to see 1 pitch before he put one into play, has flown out twice and was hit by a pitch. As Carlson will start behind 1-0. Second base, on second baseman is Easton Leahy. A base hit would bring home the leading run. Here's the 1-0. That one outside and low yet again. And now a hitter's count for the leadoff hitter for this Fremont team. Started things off with a bang earlier tonight. Looking to do so again. 1 crack of the bat, and Fremont could have the lead. Low and away yet again from Carlson. Looked for a sign from head coach JT Thornhill down the third base line. Thornhill didn't signal anything, so I think he still has the green light here. Here's the 3-0. And Fleck decides not to swing. Still, the count is in his favor. Fremont hasn't scored since the bottom of the fifth. Swings on this one. Two bouncers to the left side of the infield, and Cancel reaches and snags that throw from Jake Irving. And the Sliders get out of some trouble as Fleck grounds out in his fifth at bat of the night. We'll head to the top of the ninth. We got a barn burner here, 5-5, and we'll take a quick commercial break.
Let's say thank you to sponsors that are a part of all of the broadcasts throughout the entire season that we just started right here with the Fremont Moo at home and on the road. Again, say thank you to sponsors like Raising Cane's Chicken, as well as Methodist Fremont Health, 94.7 Blair Radio, BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, Wahoo Radio, and Eastgate Sports. Fremont Family YMCA, S2 Roll-Offs, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Fremont Electric, Indra Outdoor Supply, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Subway Sandwiches. We're looking forward to Subway providing for tonight. Plus, tonight they also gave 100 sandwiches away to be able to make sure those that needed the food, they had it. So again, thank you to Subway for being sponsors for tonight. And again, thank you to all the sponsors as we will continue to bring you the broadcasts. And as we continue on, it's the Fremont Moo on FremontMoo.com and YouTube.
Thank you, Kelly. We're about to start the top of the ninth inning here between the Fremont Moo and the Salina Sliders. It's a good game. 5 runs apiece. With Salina coming to the plate. Starting things off will be Jake Irving, his 5th time up to the batter's box.
Jake Irving.
2 of 3 on the night, grounded out in his first time up to the plate, 2 singles, and then was walked in his last appearance. Fraley still on the mound for the Moo. Irving takes a hack and misses. No balls, 1 strike. This one is grounded to the right side of the infield. Burke Yasa collects it into his glove and just beats out the runner. He stays pretty composed over there at first base. Tallest player on the team, listed at 6'6". While he hasn't had the best night at the plate, he's had a pretty good night in defense. Clean count, 1 out, nobody on the base path. Still a 5-5 game here at Moeller Field. Irving will ground out, and that will bring up Brody Jones, the second baseman. Fouls this one off into the backstop, and it's 1-1. Jones is 1 of 4 on the night, lined out, reached on an error, flew out, and then last time up to the plate, he singled. Takes that pitch low and away, makes this 2-1. Fraley remaining on the mound. 1 of 3 pitchers tonight for the Moo. That one called as strike 2 from Joshua Adams behind the plate. It's been Wyatt Henry, Chase Nelson, and Thomas Fraley on the mound for the Fremont. Trying to bring this 5-5 game into the bottom of the ninth and give their team a chance to walk it off. 3-2 count now. Still nobody on the base path for Salina. Here's the payoff pitch from Fraley, and it's swiped at by Jones. Puts that one foul down the first base line. He stays in the batter's box. 7th pitch upcoming. Another payoff from Fraley. Again, Jones takes a swipe at it. Charging in on it is Ripken Fleck, who collects it and just throws it over to Burkiasa. A ground out for Brody Jones will bring up the 5-hole hitter Brooks Richardson.
Catcher number 19, Brooks Richardson.
And Leahy will come out to the pitcher's mound, have a little talk. And come back to the plate. Two outs, nobody on the base path. Still a 5-5 game here. 9:30 in Fremont, Nebraska. Couldn't ask for a better opening night game. That pitch low and in the dirt. 1-0 for Richardson, who's had probably, arguably, the best hitting night on either team. 3 of 4, 3 singles. One of those being an RBI single to bring this game closer. Takes a hack at that one. Fouls it off. One ball, one strike. Fraley looking to get out of this inning unscathed to give his team an opportunity to take this one home. Swing and a tip ball into the glove of Leahy. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fraley, like I said, is only the 3rd pitcher to appear in this game. Thornhill hasn't had to reach deep into his back pocket of pitchers. Strike 3! Fraley rings up Brody Jones, Brooks Richardson, and we'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Still tied at 5 apiece. Fremont with a chance to take this game home on the opening night. We'll go to another quick commercial break and then be back for the bottom of an exciting 9th inning.
Families share a lot. Stories, traditions, even health risks like cancer. Genetic testing helps you understand your risk so you can take action early. It's not a diagnosis, it's a roadmap that can guide personalized screening and catch cancer earlier when it's most treatable. When you learn your risk, your family can learn theirs too. Pass it on. Learn more about the Hereditary Cancer Risk Program at Methodist Fremont Health. Call 402-727-3580.
Thank you, Kelly, for that commercial as we are back here in Fremont, Nebraska at Mulder Field. Bottom of the 9th inning and a barn burner here. 5-5. As we have number 2, Eamon O'Gorman, coming to the plate to lead off things here in the bottom of the 9th for Fremont. Little bit of a recap here. Fremont struck first in the bottom of the 3rd with 1 run and then piled things on in the bottom of the 5th. After Salina was able to get on the board as well, they had a 5-1 advantage. In 3 straight innings did Salina score. 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and 3 in the 7th. 3 in the 6th, excuse me. And it's a tie ball game. O'Gorman has reached the base path twice tonight, once on an error, once on a walk. He is 0 of 3. First time up to the plate was a fielder's choice, and last time he came was a flyout. Righty on lefty matchup as Carlson begins his 2nd inning of work. His first pitch, low and inside for ball 1. O'Gorman will take strike 1 just at the belt. One and one for the 2-hole hitter. swing and a miss. His timing was off there. That was a good off speed from Carlson. 1-2 to O'Garman. Going into his sophomore year at Wayne State College. Carlson will most likely throw an off-speed pitch here. That one too far inside, gets past Richardson, and now it's 2-2. The sky has gone from gray to black as this one is lined right up the middle. But it's into the waiting arms of Jake Irving, who slings it across the diamond and gets it over to first base to Diego Cancel. So a ground out after a good at bat from Gorman.
Gio Malatesta.
And now Giovanni Malatesta, also known as Gio, will come to the plate. Has been hit by a pitch twice tonight. Grounded out and then grounded into a fielder's choice. 1 out, nobody on the base path. And a 1-0 count for Giovanni Malatesta. Thought about swinging. Didn't pull the trigger, and now it's 1-1. Here comes the delivery on the 1-1. That one is out and away. Carlson threw 1 1/3 innings. He's done a good job to not allow any runners in scoring position. He's just allowed 1 runner on first base. Malatesta takes a hack, fouls that one off past the right field fence in foul territory, and it's 2-2. Another 2-2 count. Malatesta trying to be the tying base runner. If he gets on the base path, that'll bring up Liam Sullivan, who's had a good night. He's the cleanup hitter. And another full count for Mickey Carlson. Giovanni has already been walked twice tonight, both of those courtesy of being pinged by a ball. Here's the payoff pitch, and Joshua Adams does not say strike 3. So a 7-pitch at bat goes in favor of Malatesta, and he is the winning base runner on first base after a walk. 1 out, Malatesta on first.
Now up to bat, the designated hitter, number 3, Liam Sullivan.
And Sullivan, the designated hitter, who has had a good night tonight, will come to the plate. He's 2 for 3. Was hit by a 2 of 2, hit by a pitch. Had the RBI single to open things up. Was walked, got on with an infield bunt, and then was tagged out in a rundown. Takes a big hack at the first pitch, misses, and it's 0-1 for the designated hitter and cleanup man for Fremont. He's from Great Falls, Montana. Attends Miles Community College, going into his sophomore year at his college. Here's the 0-1. That one is another good placement. Low and inside, but inside the strike zone just at the knees. Sullivan has reached the base path all 4 times he's been to the plate tonight. And he's looking to move over Giovanni Malatesta, who walked in his plate appearance. That one is fouled off. He was jammed inside. Carlson trying to bring the sliders to the 10th inning. Not a windy night. Not going to get you much help if it's a home run ball. There's been a few doubles tonight, but so far that home run ball hasn't been in play. 1-2. Sullivan trying to reach all 5 times. Carlson delivers high. 3rd straight 2-2 count in the 3 batters he's faced. If you're just joining us, you're in for a treat. Bottom of the ninth inning. Score is tied 5-5. 1 out. Runner on first for Fremont. 2-2 count. And Joshua Adams says strike 3. And a lot of groans from the Fremont home crowd. They didn't think that was in the strike zone. Carlson will strike out. Sullivan looking.
Number 4, Braden Mitchell.
Winning base runners on first and Giovanni Malatesta. With Braden Mitchell, the 5-hole hitter, now up to the plate. Left fielder, attending Southwestern Community College. Carlson is outside of the zone away. It's 1-0 to start this at bat. Mitchell so far tonight is 1 of 3. Struck out looking, was walked, had an RBI double as this one is grounded down the third base line, nearly fair. But Mason Piper collected it in foul territory, and Joshua Adams calls for a foul ball. So 1-1 now to Braden Mitchell. After his 2 RBI double to get the lead 5-1 for Fremont, he popped up in his last at bat. The 1-1. And Richardson, an excellent job. He has been concrete behind home plate tonight. Nothing has got past him. Prevented Malatesta from reaching second. This one is cracked into left center field. This might do it for Fremont. It hit the wall. Here comes Malatesta rounding third. Thornhill is sending him home. Here's the relay. It's not in time, and Malatesta is safe. And that is a walk-off double for for Braden Mitchell, the 5-hole hitter. A walk-off RBI double, his second double of the night. And Fremont has an excellent opening night win. Just what you could ask for. 2 outs, 1-1 count, and Mitchell does it all. And he is mobbed at second base. Malatesta got a great jump, and he comes home for the winning run. And that'll end things here tonight at Mueller Field. What an ending. Your Fremont Moo 6.
This season is made possible because of you.
Salina Sliders 5. Thanks to an RBI double walk-off from Braden Mitchell. And just a little recap before we send it to the final break. First couple innings were pretty quiet. First third of this game, no hits. Wyatt Henry and Leo Albornoz did a great job of keeping the base runners off the base path. In the fourth inning is when Fremont finally broke things open with 1 run. It was tied by Salina. Fremont fired back with 4 runs of their own in the bottom of the 5th. 3 straight scoring innings for the Sliders to take things to the bottom of the 9th. Like I said, you couldn't ask for a better finish, as it is nighttime here in Fremont, Nebraska at Mueller Field. A 1 RBI double and walk-off hit for Braden Mitchell brings home Giovanni Malatesta after he walked. And that will do things tonight here at Mueller Field. I've been Prescott Deckinger. A great opening win and walk-off win for Fremont. 6-5 is your first score. The Moo get off with a win. We'll send it to break.
Again, thank you for all the sponsors being a part of the Fremont Moo broadcast, whether you're listening through Mixlr or watching on the YouTube channel. Again, you can always find your way through FremontMoo.com. Get your tickets. Coming up tomorrow night is Teacher Appreciation, and they deserve it because they just got out of a long year. So again, let's go ahead and celebrate teachers. Come on out. Go to FremontMoo.com. Get your tickets now. We also want to say thank you to sponsors like Raising Cane's Chicken, proud sponsors of the Fremont Moo, Methodist Fremont Health, 94.7 Blair Radio, BSDNlive.com, Saunders County Online, WahooRadio.com, and now Eastgate Sports. The Fremont Family YMCA, S2 Roll-Offs, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Fremont Electric, Indra Tree Care and Outdoor Supplies, Buffalo Wild Wings, La Hacienda, and tonight's game sponsor, providing food for the athletes. And again, I'm looking forward to going there myself. Subway, being great sponsors right here. Again, we'll be back tomorrow night, 7:05 for the first pitch. And that is bringing you the Fremont Moo as we continue the opening weekend right here from Mueller Field.